Hello, viewers, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, Acuiti Talks. Today's topic is going to be an exciting blend in the business optimization process. We are going to be talking about BRIM, which is Billing and Revenue Innovation Management. And we are going to be covering how BRIM implemented with your Q2C process will help you expand and grow your business. So, today we are going to be welcoming our esteemed guest, Manoj, again, so he can guide us through this process. Hello and welcome again, Manoj. Thank you so much for joining us today again. It's been a very insightful few episodes, and we hope to continue this journey further down the road with you. So, to kick things off for this episode, my first question would be, what do you think are the core benefits that businesses can reap out of implementing BRIM with their quote to cash processes?
Yeah, great question. Thank you, Ria. Quote to cash, optimization, process optimization, digital transformation, name it, call it whatever, can be supported by SAP BRIM. And SAP BRIM it's like the top-notch solution for quote-to-cash optimization, particularly for services industries, whether it is a telco, whether it's a logistics business, airports, seaports, the high-tech business, any sort of media, entertainment. So there are lots of industries, which are effectively services industry, quote-to-cash optimization, business transformation, supported by SAP BRIM is like the kind of the Uber position to be in, right? And this is typically a solution which helps people with the various challenges that we talked about earlier. So if you were in services industries, typically everybody is kind of either has moved to a subscription-based business or would be moving into a subscription-based business. So that is something that SAP BRIM supports just out of the box, right? That's the standard. And then event-based billing. So everything that in the services industry that happens today, the nirvana state for all of them would be that they can move to an event-based system, which means as and when the service is provided, is provisioned, that's when you bill for exactly the amount of service that has been provisioned. And that event-based billing is something which is bread and butter for SAP BRIM. Data acquisition and converting that into a billable item is what SAP BRIM would do. And then complex pricing that we talked about, contracting, bundling of those products, how you use your existing services plus couple them with other services, your third-party services that the customer actually needs or wants, which helps you sell your product better. That's what SAP BRIM brings to the table, allows you to create complex bundles, third-party bundles, and then you have the complex pricing to go with it. So any sort of pricing that you have, anything that you can think of, imagine in terms of complexity, in terms of multi-level pricing, discounts, all of that can be addressed through SAP BRIM. So what effectively this does is you have your subscription and event-based model, you've got your data acquisition, you have contracts which support that, and then the bundling of the products, the complex pricing, all of that results into what we call billable items. So you have accurate, very granular level details of what service has been provided, when it has been provided, how much it should be charged, what did we have in the contract, whether it matches, if it doesn't match, how much should we charge them, and bring that into a pot which is called the billable items within convergent invoicing. And these items, when they're collated based on your billing cycle, whether it is a monthly billing or quarterly billing, you get invoiced. And here you're getting an accurate invoice based on individual events as and when they are going. So that invoicing, that accurate invoicing, obviously creates an a much better experience for the customer. And also because of the ability to bundle, you're now not having separate invoices for separate services. So same customer in lots of industries, and we see that very often even now, is the same customer gets multiple invoices. One for service A, one for service B, another one for a bulk of other services with no underlying details. What happens with that is, one, there's lack of customer satisfaction, and then they raise a lot more disputes. What happens with that is that you have invoices remaining outstanding for longer, which means DSO is very high. All of that results in the loss of the company. And if the customer eventually is dissatisfied with your billing, they're probably going to move to a competing service. And this is something that we see very often. And how SAP BRIM does, the transformation for you from a quote to cash perspective completely changes that, right? So you're right from the contract to your pricing to your accurate invoicing results in you getting paid quicker, sooner, and more likely to be paid than disputed. Of course, then there is the whole back end of the finance system, the collection system, then you have revenue recognition. Again, this is best in class collection system that BRIM provides as a standard. You have, depending on the organization, some are subscription-based organization which have hundreds of thousands or even billions of subscribers. To be able to manage their whole collection process can be pretty complex, but that's how it works. That's the standard process within SAP BRIM. Very, very complex revenue recognition requirements for industries ranging from entertainment industry to IP-based industries. Being able to manage that revenue recognition, it's again top-notch from SAP BRIM. So all in all, you're blocking the revenue leakage, you're getting better revenue recognition fundamentals in place, you're having a full-fledged SAP finance system to go with it. Your DSO is reduced, your customer satisfaction is increased, your complex pricing is addressed, your complex contracting and bundling requirements is addressed, and then you have your quote process which directly links into the contracting process. So all in all, that is what you would typically call automating and standardizing your quote to cash process. And like I said previously to you, it's effectively, if you do this well, it should really run on its own. Once you've had that interaction with the customer, you've set up that contract, and it should run for perpetuity, and you shouldn't be touching it again. All you should be doing is getting you're paid on time by those customers. That would be the state to be.
Yeah, I think that sounds, for people who are currently not using BRIM, it sounds a bit too complex, but I think at the same time, you've highlighted so many benefits of it that it sounds like everyone should be implementing BRIM in their quote-to-cash process. So, considering Acuiti's expertise is actually BRIM, what do you think we as a company bring to the table when we are going to customers, and how can we help them navigate through this?
Yeah. Just to kind of respond to your previous comment. Yes, SAP BRIM, as I said, it's a great solution, and it does help solve all of these different challenges, but it's not for everybody. It is suited for organizations which are at a certain level. So they have a certain revenue level, they have certain complexity in the organization. Organization should be big enough, and BRIM is the right answer. And I'm not going to tag it and give numbers, but it should be at least a certain level for this to be useful for them. And the complexity should be there in the business, not just because of size, but because of size and complexity, BRIM could be the right answer. If you are a smaller organization and you may or may not have same levels of complexity, then you have the cloud solutions, which is subscription billing, CPQ, entitlement management, And that's what we do. So we deliver that for more kind of mid-tier organizations on the public cloud. And this is more on the private cloud. So there are slightly different solutions, but for the different industries. Coming to Acuiti Labs, we have good experience of delivering both public cloud solutions as well as private cloud solutions in a lot of different industries. So over the last 10 years, we've been delivering these solutions and these transformations successfully in various different industries. And I think I mentioned this previously, industry experience is very important. Having good understanding, deep knowledge in the technology helps bring that to the front for our customers. What we've also done is, as a part of what we do, is build several products, right? And one of the things that we've done to help with doing this better for our customers is we've built these accelerators, which means we bring in a fully singing, dancing SAP BRIM solution to any industry type. And this is something that we use as a part of our design workshops with our customers, so that they can actually see and feel what the change would mean for them and how they would like to see their system going forward. So we find that as a great recipe for success, and every single time we find that the outcome is much, much better than it would have been if we were doing PowerPoints and just whiteboarding and stuff like that. So of course it's coupled with PowerPoints and whiteboarding, but once you have a singing and dancing system, it's a lot better for people to grasp what they would expect and what they would like to see going forward from that perspective. So I think that's that, but also the fact that we've got a deep expertise in this. The entire organization is all about quote-to-cash transformation. All our people in the organization are very, very well trained and skilled consultants with deep expertise in SAP BRIM and quote-to-cash, subscription billing. I think we just bring immense value to our, for our customers to be able to deliver successfully.
That sounds amazing, and thank you for including that aspect about BRIM and other companies that might be using some other models that are more, valuable for them. So that's great, actually. This was a very insightful session again, and thank you, Manoj, for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Priya. Appreciate it.
And thank you, viewers, for tuning in today. We'll be back again with another exciting episode of our podcast, Acuiti Talks. Until next time.